Let me make you a promise. If you watch this video for the next few minutes, you will walk away with a simple and repeatable process which will help you identify and validate whether your product idea is worth building or not. No more guessing, customers are going to love it because I love it. None of that. I'm going to show you how to effectively validate your product idea fast and establish whether it's worth pursuing or not. Let's get into it. Hi guys, this is Farah. Welcome to my channel where we focus on the pre-launch prep for your product business. If you've just discovered this channel, consider subscribing, and if you have a product idea you would like to discuss, book a free call at the link in description below. So here's what happens. Most founders build their idea in a bubble, build their business in a bubble. They have a great idea, they fall in love with it, and they just assume that other people are going to be out there who will love and buy their product too. So they spend money on it, design it, build it, and launch it, and then they hear crickets because nobody's buying. No sales, no users, just silence. Indifference. Why? Because you didn't validate your product idea. You didn't ask. You asked no one. You built it in your head, you built it in your bubble with your focus group of one. You validated your own product idea with yourself, and then no one else is buying. I'm not surprised, and you shouldn't be surprised either. Real world human validation is the answer. That's the flashlight, and that's the one thing you need to do to really test the demand for your product idea, and it will help you iterate. So I've broken this down into a couple of easy steps. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Step one in this process is find the real pain. What is the real pain point? Take an example of Sarah's eco-friendly dog toy business. So she was looking for eco-friendly dog toys, and that's what she thought that was the point of her business. That's the pain she's resolving, that the toys will be eco-friendly. But when she spoke to 10 to 15 different people and actually asked them whether they share her pain point with her, what she found out was the pain with her customer was not that the toys weren't eco-friendly, but the toys weren't durable. And that was the real pain point. And how did she find this? By speaking to people, real human, real world interaction, talking to people, getting that feedback. That's what helped resolve her and help her pivot her product idea. So the action you need to take from this step is talk to people, and not just have a focus group of one with yourself. Talk to people, talk about your idea, see what the feedback you're getting, and don't take it personally. Step two, map the journey. So what this means is how and when the customer is using the product. So for example, let's say my idea is healthy dark chocolate cookies. Okay. Now you want to ask and establish what the customer journey is, what my journey is. How do I want to use them? Why do I want to have dark chocolate cookies? Do I want to be healthy? When am I consuming them? What's the journey looks like? So I will tell you what my journey looks like for a dark chocolate cookie. So I will tell you my experience. So postpartum, I want to stabilize my blood sugars and cravings. I have changed. Okay, my taste, my preferences have changed, and now I want to try something that's not just healthy, but it actually helps stabilize my blood sugars. So a cookie is basically a bunch of sugar together. The cookie that you get in supermarket, that's not the one for me. So do you understand? The journey is different, and it also help you hone in into a target audience and establish and find out their real pain point, why they would come for your product, where the tension is, where the need is. Okay, that's what this step helps you do. Map the journey, why somebody would use your product, at what particular time would they use it, and what is the reason for it. Let them speak. So the action step here is map their day, ask how and when they use the product, find the tension, find the friction that creates the need and use of your product. Step 3 is build a low stakes test. So a simple way of doing that can be that you just build a landing page, which is just a simple web page, and you ask for signups for anybody who is interested in buying your cookie, who meets the demand, and just launch it to your audience, however small it is. It doesn't matter. Even if you have 10 people, 20, 100, 1500, whatever the number is, test it. It's a low stakes test. It's not costing you a lot or anything. You're not manufactured, but see how many signups you get and how many people show interest. If you get 20, 30, 40, 50 signups from 1500, that shows you that from that number of people, that's how many are actually engaged. They're listening, quietly listening, but they want to know more about your journey, about you providing the solution, how you're building it. So the action you need to take is build a landing page and create a wait list and see and test the demand. See how many signups you get. Step 4 that you need to follow is ask for money. Yeah. Ask those people who signed up to be notified when the product is launching, the first batch is coming, that you're working on the launch and it's at the stage where they need to make payment, pre-orders. They need to place their order so that you can get the product ready. And you will see that from that audience of 1500, 50 people signed up to your wait list. And from that wait list, maybe just 10 would pay, maybe 5 would pay and actually place the order. And then this is a crucial step. You don't look at the numbers and think, oh, not enough people are signing up. No. It's a numbers game. You can get more exposure, get more reach, add to your audience, and it will filter down. But what you need to focus on right now is see that is a percentage of people, those 5 people who actually pay. They're the people who are your people, and their customer profile, their psychographic, their demographic is the one that you need to focus on to build your brand around. Those are your people because they're putting their money where their mouth is. This is what you call pre-selling. You could offer them a discount to increase the number who actually place the order with money and actually get on the list of people who are going to buy your product. Next step in the process is that you have an audience, you're taking them on a journey. So be honest about your wins, about your struggle, about the process itself. Take them with you because you're making them a promise that you're going to deliver a solution. So if there are ups and downs, they're with you and they will support you, okay? Because you are making the effort to build a solution. So trust the process, trust your audience, take them with you on the journey, be honest, be transparent. And based on the feedback that you get about the ups and downs, about the problems you're having or the wins you're having, based on that feedback, iterate and adjust your business plan accordingly. And don't be afraid of this process because mistakes are going to happen. And that's the whole point. It's an experience. It really engages the audience with your brand, with your journey, with your story, because it's being built in front of them. It's not crafted, it's happening in real time. And it gives you real world feedback about how your product's going to be taken, how your brand is going to be taken. I've created this step-by-step process in a checklist. You can download that at the link in the description below. But really be open-minded when you're going through this validation process, because you might start with something which might be, let's say, the cookie idea, but you might end up with an iterated version based on the feedback of your audience, and that might be the actual product that you end up launching and producing. So take it as a very exciting discovery process. You're talking to people, they're giving you feedback. Don't take it personally. It's not a judgment. It's what the market feedback is to you and your product idea. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.